Hello guys, welcome to what is soon to be the conclusion of our Netrunner coverage from Worlds 2014. I am Steven.
I am Robert.
Hello Robert.
Hello Steven.
And we have Minh on the right and Timmy on the left. Both of these guys working their way up through a one-loss situation.
Woo.
All the way up through the loser's bracket, now playing for a shot at Dan in the finals. And what a stressful match this must be. Who's your money on?
I really don't know right now. We've seen these players move up through the competition here. Both have shown that they are players of quality, so I think it's pretty much anybody's game right here. I know Timmy is playing this brutally creative Blue Sun deck, but Andromeda is tried and true, and Minh plays it with meticulous precision, so there's a lot to be said for that.
Something old, something new.
Something blue. They're both blue.
Yeah, blue. Is anything borrowed on the board here?
Probably those out of the core box tokens.
There you go. And Timmy, generally, so throughout this tournament, I think most players would agree that Corp has the edge at this point in the meta where we are here at Worlds 2014. So a lot of players wanting to play their Corp decks. Generally, I've got a broken sleeve there for Minh.
Uh-oh, DQ in the works. Naturally.
So a lot of players probably putting some money on Timmy in this matchup. However, over the course of the day, I actually started seeing things kind of turn towards the runners. I don't know if that's players just kind of getting familiar with their decks, getting used to the motion of the game. Though I would still put money on Timmy here simply because a lot of players come into this tournament, especially I have to imagine from various different metas, not really prepared for Blue Sun. This is, as we said, a new deck. A deck that is doing some standard Wayland things, the Scorched and everything, but it's doing it a little bit differently, and it has a few different plays that this classic Wayland decks do not have. And so it takes a while to get used to that, even if you know what Wayland's doing. And starting it off, Timmy with a hostile takeover here, gaining 7 money and taking a bad publicity.
That's right.
Nobody much cares. And this kind of a play probably going to see a lot less game time after the new Netrunner comes out that is all about bad publicity. So,
watch out.
Watch out, Wayland. We're coming for you. I believe her name is Valencia.
Valencia.
Pretty cool name.
Assume she's Spanish?
Could be, yeah. Actually, she's Irish.
What?
I don't know that.
Valencia McManus. That's her name. What a weird pairing that would be.
We're going over to Minh, and I love this opening. I think we talked about this. We've only really seen Timmy play against Andy, I believe. You can get away with this opening so hard out of Wayland a lot of the time, but especially against Andy. She wants to place all of her cards out and not have to discard a bunch to the yard first turn.
So hard.
So these unprotected servers actually probably not going to get taken advantage of as much as you might expect. You might see one Dirty Laundry or something. We'll check it out. There's a medium. Woo! Mark my words, absolutely incorrect.
Holy smokes, this is about to get really crazy all of a sudden.
Minh is playing some different Andy tech, throwing the medium in there and saying sayonara. If we see a Dirty Laundry here, I'm gonna be exceptionally happy. If we see 2 Dirty Laundries, I'm gonna get out of there. I'm just gonna jump out the window.
Jumping out.
That's the first one.
It's plate glass, so I'll enjoy seeing that be attempted.
There it is. Woo! Dirty Laundry medium. This first turn just got amazing.
Oh my gosh! What? That is unfair.
Perfect storms happening here. Oh, goodness. Wow, Minh, this is just a splash
Checking
that's
again.
paying off. Doesn't get the second Dirty Laundry, but gets another
Oh
medium.
my,
Scores
what
an
the?
agenda. And sees a Jackson not going to trash it.
Jacko.
3 points down. Timmy now feeling the brunt of this first turn gambit.
Unprecedented this is.
Hostile takeover, we've seen it do a lot, and then plays the Plascreed. What a opening
That's a great
for
opening
Minh.
turn.
Now has essentially a 3 access pressure on R&D. Timmy can't clear counters because he has to keep that hole closed. It's just perfect. He's got to install ice, leaves Minh a turn to get back in there and see more cards.
That is a crazy opening like we almost never see for Andromeda.
Never. I've never seen this opening from Andromeda. I mark those words.
Mark them.
100% true. I've
Note
never
the time
seen this.
and date.
And how about some central heavy pressure? We've seen Sneak Door out of this deck. We've seen Medium out of this deck. We've got all the Account Siphon, HQ, blasting
working the fundies,
tricks.
man.
Working the fundies, and we've often talked about Minh's lack of Code Breaker on remotes. I think he's only running Passport. I don't even know that he has a Yogg in the deck. I think Fim tokens are his only solution to even something like an Enigma.
Wow.
But he gets away with it because I can just win on medium before you can win on points.
That's
like
right.
that. How interesting, man. I love it.
What a turn. We'll be talking about that one for at least another
We've
5
got a
minutes.
Jackson install and 2 more cards drawn. Still no ice on R&D.
Remind me of the trash cost on Jackson there?
Jackson is 3, although he rarely gets trashed because he usually gets used. We're going to see if that's the case here for Timmy. I honestly think Minh's probably just going to keep up this R&D assault.
Yeah.
I could even see an inside job
It'd
here.
be hard not to keep up this R&D assault.
And there's
Except
another,
for that.
He's got to at least... He's got to check it. Ooh, that's tough.
You got to turn that off.
He's got to watch out for...
Timmy says no.
For archers, rototurrets, those kinds of things here.
The real question is that an ice wall over R&D?
I'd say it's a 100% chance of being an ice wall.
He has shown an almost magical disposition to be able to just like conjure, summon ice walls.
Yep.
As and where he will, whenever he likes.
I mean, if you run R&D, see an ice wall, gain a credit, install corrode, or run, you still see 3 cards. I don't know if Timmy would risk that. We haven't seen anything big out of him aside from curtain walls. So... Could be an enigma as well. Would not be a bad play here for the punishing the check.
That's true.
And what is Minh going to do? Well, first...
Is he going to draw a card?
He's got to be careful.
Feel like he wants to. We're going to see.
Man, getting 3 points like this against Wayland with no punishment for it is such a big turning point.
Yes, it is.
That really puts you on edge. Allows you to make a little bit bolder moves.
Data
There's
sucker.
a data sucker.
Woo!
We're going to start looking at HQ here.
Yeah, we are. Ooh, Archives.
Hidden Archives going to check out a Wendigo. New piece of ice. Yeah.
Data sucker, not that medium.
Only every successful run gives
Man.
medium a counter. Boy, Anarch tier 1 immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 0. If tier 1 is better than tier 2, then tier 0 is the best tier, right?
Tier 0 is like Paragon
Yeah.
decks.
It's like there are 0 decks that can compete.
Yes.
And there's an account siphon. Man, just punishing these open servers.
Jeez.
Something you...
Brutal.
But he's going to float these tags.
Yeah, he really is.
My friends.
And that's a risky thing to do. He's got his, his Plascrete up, but how many cards in hand for Timmy right now?
He's got 4 and 4, so there's really nothing that could be a problem. I mean, you have a credit double Scourge, still doesn't get the kill. Not too concerning. But I think he's living on the edge a little bit. I think he's going to want to clear those tags pretty soon.
It's a measured risk, but I don't think it's one that, in all likelihood, is going to come back and bite him.
The thing that consistently crops up with Wayland decks is, like, they're usually including some form of tagging from, like, NBN, like a Sea-Source or Mid-Seasons. And a lot of times that will entice them to take other tag punishment tools, like closed accounts. Even I've seen some bad times from time to time with these decks. And so you have to be worried that it's not just the Scorch you have to worry about. Maybe they have that one of closed accounts that all of a sudden is 1 credit for minus 11. Those kinds of things.
That's not what Minh wants right now.
Minh's living on the edge here, He's got his Plascrete out. He's feeling good. We see some ice out of Timmy. All servers now sealed up. And is this a discard, I think? Depending on how I'm counting clicks here. Looks like we're going to discard some cards.
Yeah, I think we're there.
And there they go. And back over to Minh. Has a great threat on R&D here. Going to run Jackson, force the pop, or pay 3.
Boom.
And he will use the bad pub and 2 credits to trash that right up.
That's a good exchange.
Yes. And Minh, a wild man, not keeping the bad pub in a visible spot. He's just remembering it.
Yep.
And if he pulls this off the entire game,
there's
an archer.
Ouch!
From the heavens.
Ouch!
Going to immediately end this medium threat.
Pew. See you 2 programs.
And gaining 2 credits. Fantastic show out of Timmy. That's exactly what he needed there.
Yes, that turned things around. I think he now has a shot to regain tempo here.
He does. And it's an interesting sacrifice of, 4 credits, essentially 2 credits and an agenda point for that kind of a clear. Pretty solid trade here for Timmy.
There's something worth noting, I think, though, that with cards like Data Sucker and even arguably, I guess, at this point, Medium, in this particular case, people aren't really taking the opportunity to clear virus tokens the way I feel like they used to.
Yeah.
So getting them off the board might be a better shot, because it's like, is that the equivalency of any number of clicks to clear them, but just otherwise destroy them outright?
Certainly, and Wayland probably in the best position to do just that. A lot of program trashing, Archer being, of course, the greatest example, and then often splashing it in from out of faction. But also Timmy being a proponent of power shutdown.
Yeah.
Him getting those 2 programs off the board, especially that data sucker, means that the next breaker that comes online, preferably Corroder, is going to be power shutdown potentially, and that will again keep Minh lagging through this game. And with no real recursion in these decks, criminal players losing these breakers creates a serious problem.
He wants that medium.
Yeah, another medium coming out. You would often think that this is a 1-of splash 3 influence, but Minh's got at least 2 in the deck.
Yeah, that's an investment right there.
And putting the pressure back on, we have R&D. There's the Enigma. And
Classic.
that will end the turn for Minh.
Yeah, that is an investment. 2
Timmy,
mediums. Interesting.
At 0 cards, does not pick up anything for Blue Sun.
Negative.
And tempting to pick up the Enigma, though currently doing some serious work locking down R&D anyway. First is install and gain 2 credits.
Yeah.
So he has been put on the back foot
He's kind of in a tight spot. He just needs some cash.
Such an interesting call. A power shutdown essentially ending both Passport and Corroder. And I really love that. Wayland offering something that is quite different from the other factions. There's the Passport. We could easily see an R&D access into a power shutdown here.
Is he going to shake those tags, I wonder? At any point, or is he just going to float them forever?
Yeah, we're going to find out, man. I am, it just makes me nervous.
Yeah.
He may feel super comfortable with this Plascrete.
Wow. Yeah, he's definitely feeling comfortable if he's going for the gamble right now.
Yeah, sure gamble. And may just be building money to fight between the mid-seasons or the Seasource trace.
Going in.
Doesn't even need the trace. Man, this is crazy to me. Bad Pub used, and Minh has 2 cards in hand. If we pick up that Archer, we could see a double Scorched for the game right here.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing seen.
If Timmy has 2 Scorched, this game is over. That is crazy.
Picking it up.
Even still.
Yeah.
If we see double Scorched here, and I know that we have 1 in hand, but I don't think he's got it. Is he going to power shut down that Passport? Man, a lot of great options here.
Yeah, lots of great options.
That's, man, Minh really playing as the wild man here. That is nuts. That's high tilt, man. I'm kind of blown away by it. I've got 2 tags, 2 cards in hand, and a Plascrete.
Yeah.
My opponent easily
riding
has
the line.
6 credits. I mean, there's nothing to be done.
He is riding that line.
Can you imagine, like, you're semifinals, and then it just ends. But he's got him. Doesn't have the Scorched.
Calling it.
Feeling fairly confident maybe with the medium control early. Didn't see him then.
Yeah.
But boy, that would make me nervous, man. I would just be sitting there.
Yes, indeed.
Straight backed.
Drawing up.
And there, maybe Minh either realizing the danger that he was in, or otherwise being aware of it and then saying no longer worth that gamble.
Yeah.
And after getting punked by an Archer, you have to kind of reconsider what you're willing to face check.
Yeah, he can't do that again, but neither can Timmy.
Do you poke R&D? Like, what's the worst case scenario? We're on 6 credits. Archer can be rezzed. Could be a Taurus to kill that Plascrete. I don't know if the credits work out on that.
Yeah.
Could be any number of things. And you're going to shake both the tags. All right.
There it is.
So kind of
back in the green.
Takes a second to get out of the danger zone. Medium is on 1 counter. It's going to be 2 card access on a successful run. And has 3 points to 0. So Minh still looking okay. Economy has now gotten a little weak and is not really having any permanent tools to deal with that. No Desperado, no security testing. Minh may have to sit back and draw into some tools here while Timmy gets set up.
Yeah, I can't recall. Did we see a mulligan from Minh?
I do not believe that we did.
I don't think so, yeah. An interesting play then. Maybe he was just okay with it. So,
shuffling Jackson back in. We've got a Jackson and a Wendigo.
Nice. They just keep on paying dividends, those jackos. Whoa. Setting up that
install
remote.
Over the top and then install a card.
It's now active. What is
so
there?
It uses the Jackson and then puts something in its place. What's it going to be? Is it the Atlas? I mean, every piece of ice right now is unbreakable out there in that remote.
Yep.
So Minh would have to get some credit miracles plus some breaker install miracles. There's just no way. I think that's a very safe remote.
Surprise stim hack.
I mean, yeah, it's like...
That's about all that could really turn it here.
Install Corroder, install... Fairy?
Yeah.
Stim hack. I don't even know. I don't think he has a code gate to install over there.
All right, let's see what he's got. A gamble.
First a sure gamble. Okay, well, there's some money. Timmy says, "Hey, quit gaining money."
Oh wow, making the run.
Yeah, run it.
With
You gotta.
what he's got.
Gotta check that ice. Could be an ice wall here.
No,
There's
Timmy
the
only
Enigma.
has 6 credits, so there you have it.
Enigma stealing a click and man bouncing these Enigmas around. We've seen this out of Timmy.
Such a great little trick.
Now runs R&D and no res on that ice.
Ouch.
So draining the credits on the remote,
Oh,
scoring the Atlas.
Goodness.
And the oversight scene.
Ah.
Oh man,
So
what
5-0 right
what
now.
timing, man! Hitting those agendas when he needs to. Can Timmy seal this game up before it just runs away?
See, that's a pretty well played maneuver right there. Arguably,
Absolutely.
no matter what you saw there in that remote, it didn't matter because he spent the credits to res that ice and then got lucky on the R&D.
Correct, man. I mean, the worst case scenario is like a splash roto turret or something over there on the side, and just probably not even in the deck. So. No worries, man.
But now,
excellent play.
But now R&D is a huge liability with medium getting credits built up on it. So.
Yeah, it's getting pretty serious.
Oh man.
Here we go. Oversight in that curtain wall. That'll shut it down for a bit.
There you go.
How about a 10 strength barrier to say no to? Of course, Inside Job could still do some serious work here.
Yeah, watch out. Criminal's got some tools.
And, you know, interesting thing, I love Inside Job. It's one of my favorite criminal cards. I've, you know, being on the receiving end of it almost exclusively. I've even splashed it in Anarch decks just to get some surprise points. But that card actually being not as favored by the criminal players these days. Maybe a 1 of, sometimes only a 2 of, and sometimes not even run at all.
Wow.
So,
well, I mean...
how's that to say about the potency of these blue cards?
Yeah, exactly.
You can pass on one like Inside Job.
That's going to happen eventually. People may eventually stop running account siphons and all kinds of things.
Yep.
Although I don't think we'll ever see them quit running Desperados.
It's going to be hard. I mean, it's going to be very hard. Until there's a corp that literally just says, you know, anytime you gain a credit, you lose.
Click for cash, and install with them.
Now, where's it going? Is that token going on the Enigma? This is a beautiful thing about
Yes,
Blue Sun.
indeed.
It is Finn.
With 2 credits, what could he res other than an ice wall?
He can pick that Enigma up next turn and just cancel that Fim completely.
Yep.
Minh thinking he may well have the game here.
Oh!
Sees an Adonis campaign, and look at
Psych!
that. Look at that play by Timmy.
Well done.
Stop. Hold the presses.
Well done.
Stop
What an
the
investment.
phone.
What an investment for nothing.
And think back to that last turn where he knew that resing that Enigma gets Minh 2 cards off R&D. He does it anyway, sticks with a turn-long
And then
bluff.
picks up... Oh,
And
man.
then picks up a curtain wall for 14 credits.
That is unbelievable. Well played, Timmy.
And hits a priority requisition off the top of his deck. Had Minh gotten into R&D there, this game is over. And instead, Timmy's bluff
Hats off to Timmy here. That was
made it happen.
an extremely well played last couple of turns. Even behind on tempo here, he is still playing like a champ here.
This is why, I mean, we say Timmy's fan favorite here, and this is why he is the wildest man at Wayland that I have seen play. This is just a cojones out kind of deck. And I love it. It's just classic Netrunner, man.
Yeah,
it's just Netrunner at its finest.
I mean, even with those kinds of plays, it's still going to take a Hail Mary for him to pull out a win here so far behind on agenda points. But we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, that's the beautiful Wayland-like playbook. You're at 5-0, but I could kill you at any moment if I get the right course of action. I know Timmy does have Taurus in his deck, and if we see a face check into Taurus, killing that Plascrete, I think blinking red lights for Minh that next turn. He's still sitting on 2
R&D.
cards. And what is that? That's a hive. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
That's full subroutines, no barrier breakers, so that's going to lock R&D down for now. Minh going to draw. He's got 1 credit left, so he's going to have to do some building here.
He needs to hit that cash machine. Where's the Katie Jones? Where's the Desperado? He might just start doing some code busting with Hill Armitage. The old tried and true.
You know,
Who knows?
You may do a little
Can't find any
security
other
testing.
jobs.
And there's security testing. All right.
There it is.
Speak of the devil. And there it is. And that's going to put Archives online probably next turn.
That's right.
So paying 4 to res the Adonis campaign. Going to take 3 off of it immediately. And then going to pick his Enigma up for more money. And you can see how this works. Now, I think Timmy's tagging mechanism is at least 1 mid-seasons. Maybe 2.
Draw
and
an
it draws
Atlas.
an Atlas. Just seeing agendas coming down the pipe.
Dang.
Needs to start scoring those
I hope
out, man.
Minh doesn't think to run HQ. It's going to be hard with Archer there, but...
Yeah, man, he could roll a sneak door as well. But
Yeah, that's
you got to
true.
watch out for Archives Ice against Wayland. It is often terrifying. They just catch you off guard with that weird, oh, this can't be anything big, and then there it is. I don't know. If we can get that Plascrete down, I don't know how we're going to get tags on. C-Source is one way. I just don't know if Timmy's running C-Source. We could also see like a posted bounty sacked.
That's true.
He has some outs here. We just need to make sure that he can do them
Freshening up
before
that
he
Adonis.
loses this game.
That's right. Yeah, he's riding on the edge of the knife here, so...
Security testing over on Archives, and this could be a moment, a
Ooh.
shift.
Ooh.
This many credits, all ice is online. Archives probably not being worried about too much. What's over there? Is it deadly? I would put like a... If Timmy had Taurus, I think it went over there.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, we're going to find out here.
Here it is. Here it is.
All right,
Oh,
dude.
good call.
Nailed it. He does hit the Taurus there, so that's going to kill the Plascrete. It's going to be a trace.
Nice.
And don't have to trace anything
That is not what Minh wanted.
to make that happen. And there
Now,
it goes,
now this
man.
is something that really has to give Minh pause here, because it's like, oh man, there goes like my last best defense against
Correct.
Timmy's last best option for winning this game. Just
Things
scorch
are
him
now
outta here.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is he... Man. I think he jacked out, so he didn't have a successful... Interesting.
Very cool.
Man.
A nice turn of events here. Really an interesting game so far. Very interesting. Some
This
really
is,
good plays.
yeah, one of the best, man. And one of the best ones that I've seen. So he does successfully access and gains the 2 credits for testing.
Okay, there we go.
I was thinking he may pass on that to turn the taggies off. There's a daily cast.
Finally some money coming in. Or eventually some money coming in.
Man, yeah, Minh on a huge build turn here. And I've seen him do this, just gut himself at 3 credits to install a daily cast. I hate doing that, but he does it well, and it works for him. He goes
And
up to 4 cards.
a card.
Glad he did that. That prevents the scorch there.
Yep.
Gains 3 credits and then pulls up the Adonis for 4. Just an economy engine.
Jeez.
As if Wayland needed one.
Yeah, no kidding.
And there's a Jacko. All right, so interesting plays here are like, if we got 2 Scorch and a Posted in hand, we could see that. We could also see the Atlas come in here, and he could over-install that a few times. Oh, there's Atlas with 2 count. I think that's an Atlas.
Yeah, you
or it
better
could be
believe
that Pyrrhec. It could be the Pyrrhec.
That's true. It's true. Either is a good option
Would
for
be
Timmy
cool
right
to
now.
get that out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I mean, if you hit an
I don't
Atlas
think
with 2
Minh has a
counters,
chance of getting it.
if you hit an Atlas with 2 counters here, this game could well be
Yeah,
over. I mean,
yeah.
I think you have to turn on the Scorch threat right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all the cards and all the credits.
Yeah, and Minh's super vulnerable. He's not really sitting on much here in terms of options or defenses.
It will be a couple of turns, and as long as he keeps thinking to make successful runs over there on Archives,
Yep.
you can go grab your C-Source, if that is indeed what you have, or go grab your Posted Bounty, get it in there, and sacrifice it for some tags. Goes ahead and hits security testing. Doesn't access, of course, because of security testing.
He was trying to, though.
Yep, Taurus doing nothing, but kind of already accomplished its goal. Plascrete down.
Yeah, that's really all it needed to do at that point in time.
We've seen a medium bite it. We've seen Plascrete bite it. We've seen Data Sucker bite it. And
What else will go? Oh, whoa!
Yeah, taking a peek at this remote.
Bold.
Only really one breaker up. which is the
Enigma,
Sentry
that's all you
Breaker.
need.
Surprise Enigma. Boy, Enigma's been haunting Minh's tournament appearance here in the top 16.
That's 2 clicks from 2 different Enigmas. Or
oh, there's a
essentially the same.
mid-season draw. Bummer.
Man.
Yeah, 2 clicks indeed. And we saw him fall to Enigmas a lot last 03 advances. What is it?
3 times.
And that's a Pyrrhec.
Nice.
So going for the Pyrrhec
Oh.
over the Atlas, and then rezzing that 14 cost curtain.
Good luck getting into HQ, man.
I like it.
Good luck.
I like it, but I really do wonder if Atlas would have been the better call there.
Maybe so.
I really do wonder. With your opponent on 5 points, I don't know the tagging tools in Timmy's deck. If he has C-Source, I think Atlas may have been the better call. I do know he has 1 Scorched in hand, but he may be just gunning for points now.
Yeah.
He's got a clean remote. He's got an Atlas in hand. He can easily go to 5 here. Search out the next Atlas and start the train.
So we're sitting at 5 agenda points for Minh, 3 for Timmy.
3 for Timmy, yep.
So we're closing things up, but of course, Min's got a really good shot here.
Yeah, Timmy
nonetheless.
thinking his only option here is points. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't have the tagging tools that he needs. Man, I don't know, 2 counters?
He's starting to build up some cash. Data Sucker's only going to help here.
Data Sucker's helping Minh here. Dirty Laundry Archives,
Ooh.
big Andy play,
Yep.
big mid-game surge.
Yep.
Data Sucker token going
This
to
is a
gain
big
him
deal.
7 credits.
He's now in a position to inflict some pain again.
5 net. Yeah, and once again, he's a threat. Still only breaking sentries on the outside. So not terribly concerned about that remote. I think Timmy realizes this about Min's deck and
Yeah.
plans to just score out of this one. Minh taking a hard look at the board.
Yeah. You got 1 click. Spend it wisely.
Hive now with 2 subroutines. The only thing
Drawing a
stopping-
card. Oh, man. That's going to send Steven up the wall.
The only thing it is. The only thing stopping a medium here from just winning the game is 1 single corroder that Minh has to draw.
That is...
Timmy has got to get some ice over there. That's
True.
not just that Hive.
All right. We've got to see some points here for Timmy.
Yeah, I'd like an Atlas advance once and then install some ice over that Hive. But will we see
I
it?
don't think he has any agendas right now.
Going back over the remote.
Oh, and maybe he does.
And there's an advance. Yeah, he does have that 1 Atlas, so we think the Atlas went down there.
There you go.
Still, do not like how vulnerable R&D is right there. That is scary.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think Timmy is maybe unnecessarily risky here. I think that remote's probably pretty safe. Worried about inside job, I imagine. We don't really know the inside ice. There's a special order for corroder.
Oh,
That's exactly
man.
what we're talking about here.
This could be game right here.
This is a great way to end it.
Yep. 2 counters on medium.
You see Timmy's face drop there. He knows
There's
that
a decent shot here with what we've seen so far of the agendas. Something's got to be close.
You know, curtain wall over HQ, I would like that a lot more over R&D right now.
Yeah.
You had medium on the board the entire game. It would be nice just to lock out that threat.
Whew. And there's always something about putting heavy ice over HQ when Archives is so exposed against Criminal.
Yeah, it's like a sneak door here, and that just
It's irrelevant.
is in anyway.
Yeah.
So what you're worried about there generally is the account siphons and the legworks. But you got an archer there. You have to kind of trust in that archer. I certainly would trust in it more than I trust the Hive.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, weighing the options here.
And got to trash something to make room for that corroder.
Yeah, what's coming in?
Hasn't seen Desperado all game. Very unusual for these Andy openings.
Yeah, I was about to say either Data Sucker or the Fem, but there it goes.
And there goes the Data Sucker. Fim still kind of doing a faux threaten on things like Archer.
Yep.
Bad pub. And then 1 to pump strength and 1 to break.
Medium.
Seeing 3 cards. There's an oversight.
There's a something.
There's nothing. There's nothing. Now, Timmy does have mid-seasons in hand. If we see a 1-pointer scored here, and he's going again, he's going to see 4 cards.
1, 2, 3. 1 more.
Pan.
Getting
And
the math.
last one. Sees
Oh,
nothing.
man. The
Had
odds of that.
Had 4 cards to win this game. And now Timmy's got to be feeling pretty good, but can't really score. He could install twice, advance twice, score the Atlas, and then ice up R&D.
That's
That
right.
curtain wall.
Ooh,
And
getting some money.
not bad.
That's a little cash machine right there.
You can't keep Minh out is the problem. You can make it super expensive, but that's not prohibitive enough right now.
Yeah, it's not prohibitive enough, but worth noting that Minh doesn't have much in the way of economy. So if he does want to make a run, it's going to cost him dearly, and then it'll probably take him a turn or two before he's in anywhere of a position to try that again. So this is a good redeployment of ice, I think.
Getting 2 credits, yeah.
But it's still dicey.
There's no way to keep him out. I mean, Minh
Yeah.
is seeing 5 cards here. There's no way around it. He hits Archives for 2, and he's pretty much in at that point.
That's
we
true.
have a 10 strength curtain wall. It's going to be trashed from the oversight. Just 1 little economy play away from that. Or could just gain money and wait for next turn.
Yeah.
I mean, if Timmy spends his time advancing and getting maybe another Pride Rack or something out, then
Yeah.
he's too vulnerable.
Yeah, he definitely needs a kill option and quick. That's the best option. Flatline him.
Yeah. Man, isn't it? It's an interesting feeling.
But again,
and
no tags.
interesting feeling in Wayland to be like, I can make this cost him 17, but if he has 17, he probably wins the game.
He's in, yeah. He's in.
All right, Minh really considering this. I think he knows as well. We've seen one card drawn off R&D, so he gets 2 fresh ones.
Doing the math. Let me check with my accountant before I make this run. Is this tax deductible?
3, man, yeah, he sees a lot of fresh cards here.
Yep. So yeah, it doesn't look like he has what he needs to get in this turn, but
he's played. I think he's played 2 sure gambles. He's kind of 1 sure gamble away.
Yeah, he would definitely need something like that.
Or a dirty laundry, you know, some little trick to tip it here. Or he could sit back.
Man, this is why I still love those runners who deploy the stim hacks, because it's just such a decisive card so late in the game like this, where you know you have all these counters on a card like medium that could potentially give you the game right now.
You just got to get in.
Now granted, he, even with all the counters, he would only see 2 new cards from what he saw the last time.
I believe it's 2. Let me think.
Plus 1 for the new token, and then Timmy drew 1, so 2 new cards, I think, at the very bottom of the 3 in front of it. We'll see. We will see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see hard.
Yeah, he wants that run. I want to check R&D bad.
And here it goes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ooh, he found a way
to get all the way through.
Boom, 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 boom. And then that ice goes away, of course, because it was oversighted.
And he just trashes the curtain wall, but does not have enough to access. So he just wanted to kill that oversighted curtain wall.
Dang.
Trashes the oversight and the wall itself.
What an expense.
Yeah, and goes to 0 credits to do it, leaving Timmy with 2 advancements on what may well be an Atlas.
Jeebus crisp.
But still, I mean, oh man, still has to protect R&D.
Yeah, it puts him in a really, really tight spot.
I mean, he scores here. That Hive has 0 subroutines. R&D is wide open. He's got to redeploy some ice here.
Yeah, he needs some defenses and double quick.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the Hive because he knows it's going to be worthless. Draws his card, and what kind of ice does he have?
Looked like an ice wall.
Yeah, it's like, man, no ice is really sufficient right now.
Yeah.
We need something like a big...
The only thing that's really keeping him anywhere close to safe right now is that Minh has no credits. What'd he score there?
Installs and advances twice, scores an Atlas, has 1 counter on. 5 to 5, 1 Atlas counter in play. That means that Timmy next turn can go get another Atlas, install it, and then win the game. So he's 2 turns away.
Unbelievable.
Minh with a fully loaded medium. It's almost worth sacking an Archer here if you install an Archer over R&D just to kill that medium. Slow this game down a little bit. You're on top of it at this point. Security testing going to get Minh the credits he needs.
Because he definitely needs them. He needs some money.
It doesn't matter because we are at 5 anyway, but you will win because you're higher seed.
And talking about the time considerations here, so very interesting. You know, it's as Minh's sitting and thinking about this turn. You know, you're in a semifinals. You want time to think. This is not a time to be rash and quick.
Yep.
Even though a lot of players do play super fast here. Ultimately, a little bit crazy, I think, to have a time limit of 25 to 30 minutes in this kind of a scenario.
Yeah, it goes quick.
16.
It goes real quick.
All right, Timmy, pulling the Atlas counter. What's he grabbing? Is it the Atlas? It's probably the Atlas to score this game out. Yep.
There it is.
He says, I dare you to come get it.
It's going to be a really tough proposition to get down and try to get it. I don't know what ice he's got there, but he's got a lot of cash to res almost anything he wants.
Yeah, I think Minh's targets are set on R&D here. He's going to get 5 cards if he can get through. Timmy probably going to install that Atlas and then install maybe 2 pieces of ice over R&D. I would certainly not be opposed to that.
Yeah, anything. He might only, depending on what that first one is, he might only need 1 depending on what kind of ice it is, because Minh just has 4 credits here.
4 credits. He needs it to be big. He needs it to be bold.
Let's hope that was good. Is he going to put it down? Ooh, hedge fund.
Hedge fund. And
that's
install.
Surprising, honestly.
That's very surprising. What could he possibly need 4 credits for?
Yeah. All right.
What could he possibly need 4 credits? Is he worried about a siphon play here?
Man, I don't know. I suppose he could be.
I mean, he wears it as a curtain wall, and he's still sitting on like 12 credits.
Yeah. That is an interesting move.
That could be confusing to me. I would like to see more ice on R&D or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just
He
doesn't
might not have had it.
Yeah.
That was the best move of what he had. We have to only assume that.
And maybe the right answer there is to purge.
Yeah.
And then go get your Atlas next turn, or even go get whatever piece of ice is going to save your bacon, and then draw into the Atlas. Tough choices, man.
Yeah. If I'd been watching his card draws a little bit more, he still might not have burned through all the cards that we had seen from the last R&D run with all those medium tokens.
Mm-hmm. First is security testing.
That's right. Getting some cash, up to 6 for Minh. Ooh. Are we going to R&D already?
Gaining 2 credits. Yeah, I think he's just going to try to win it here.
Here we go.
All right, running R&D.
8 credits for Minh.
8 credits total.
Will that be enough? It's all the lubricant he has. Timmy has to weigh this uber carefully.
He's got to res this. Huh?
Yeah, I don't see any way here. Hope one of them's not an archer, so he doesn't have to keep sacrificing his points.
Timmy, depending on where that curtain wall is, that could install it over the.
Whoa!
Oh,
no reses.
Res.
What? No! How? How and why?
Wait, let's look at what is that ice? Show us the ice.
Yeah, please show us the ice.
We've got to see the ice here on R&D.
There's another Atlas. Oh my goodness.
If there's a curtain wall,
okay.
Taurus on top of. Oh my gosh.
What?
That Taurus install literally lost him that game.
Oh, good gravy.
If he doesn't install the Taurus, that's a 10 strength curtain wall that Minh, I don't believe, can get through.
No way.
And then he wins the game next turn. That's crazy, Robert.
I don't understand.
That's crazy.
Misplay?
I don't know. We'll look at it. We'll leave that to the people out there. You guys watching, hope you guys enjoyed. Minh is going to the finals, facing off against Dan
Great game,
Jorginho.
guys. That was a great game.
Excellent game of Netrunner here. Blue Sun making things happen. And catch us there, man. Let's go to the finals and check it out.
Checking it out. Peace.